On the field in Baltimore, Victor Martinez, second game as a member of the Red Sox. He played first Saturday. He caught on Sunday. And here he's robbed on Sunday by Nick Markakis. Remember that near hit by Martinez. Later in the inning, J.D. Drew. He's been battling a left groin issue. Here with the bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-2 pitch. He clears the bases. He would then leave the game after the inning. The left groin acting up again. Boston out to an early lead. Top of the second, 4-0. Victor Martinez hit number 1. Maybe it should have been number 2, but Markakis made the nice play in right. 5-0 Boston. Josh Reddick. Josh Reddick, 22-year-old from Savannah, Georgia. 17th round pick in 06. He's got a nosebleed issue. Old number 68 got the offensive lineman number. Came up from Double-A Portland where he was hitting well. 13 homers in 63 games. Francona trying to delay the game. They got to try to clog up that nostril. Reddick, we mentioned, had some Double-A power. 13 homers in 63 games. First Major League home run. He said after the game, didn't expect to play in the bigs this year. Didn't expect to play in the bigs next year. 7-4 Boston, though they couldn't hold the lead. Clay Buchholz. 7 earned runs and 9 hits in just 4 innings. We got a ball game again. 7-6, not for long, though. Back to Martinez. Here he is, leading off the 4th inning. Base hit, second hit of the game. Martinez, same inning. They bat around, 2 hits in 1 inning. 3rd hit for Martinez. Suddenly Boston back up 13-6. Next batter, Kevin Youkilis. You know, Uke to right center. He's locked in right now. Youkilis 10 for 12 in the series. Back to Martinez, batting between the Red Sox 2 best hitters, Pedroia and Youkilis. That's going to get you some pitches to hit, and he hit them all. There's his 4th hit of the game. Then top of the 8th, it's now 16-10. Remember, Markakis made that nice catch, or it could have been a 6-hit game. That maybe should have been an error. Look at this. Red Sox 18, Orioles 10. The teams combined for 28 runs, the most in a Major League game.
Started off rough. James Shield takes a no-no into the 6th inning.
A no-hitter?
A no-no. And here we go. We have David DeJesus hits into the 1-6-3 double play. No-hitter intact. Going into the 7th.
Not really cool for your guys, then.
Not really at all. Now here we are in the 7th. That's Alberto Callaspo.
He's good.
Yeah,
he's a good player, though.
He's good except for that strikeout right there. Here we are in the 8th. John Buck.
Still a no-hitter.
Still a no-no. Knock one into right. Is it going to drop? Oh, seems so. Hey, works for my Royals, but I don't know. Do you think he could have made the catch?
Well, it's a 0-0 game. He probably doesn't want the ball to get to by him.
That's true.
It's tough. It's tough.
Pitcher didn't look all that proud of it. All right, here we are. We got a bunt down
over
and a throwaway by Navarro into center field. That's going to bring
Ryan Friel. Yeah.
Ryan Friel to 3rd. So we have 1st and 3rd. Nobody down.
You're pretty good at this, man. You want a job?
Let's do it. This whole singing thing isn't working out anyway. Who's Mitch Mayer up at bat? Mitch Meyer.
Mitch Meyer. You're thinking John Mayer.
Yeah, you know how it is. Mitch Meyer into center field, run scores.
Friel.
And Royals go from a no-no to up 1-0. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Loses the bat, but nope, now we're in a pickle.
Here comes Alex Gordon.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Oh, Alex Gordon coming in from 3rd. Shirt in the dirt.
The young George Brett, right?
You got to love it. Number 4.
Do you slide like that? Did you when you played?
I tried once.
Was George Brett your favorite player?
Actually, I was a Frank White guy. I just liked Frank White, but my Royals win 4-1.
There it is.
Got to love that.
Holiday and Company taking on Bud Norris, making his first Major League start. Norris made a relief appearance July 29th. Said, Bud, I got up there through my warm-up pitches, and it felt like any other day. Yeah, any other day, you know, you get Skip Schumacher swinging and Mark DeRosa swinging and top 4 runners at the corners. All these highlights are choking me up. I just love baseball. Pudge Rodriguez pop up on the first base side. Albert Pujols running catch. He's a machine. He can hit and he can do that. Bottom 6, Norris rocks Matt Holliday to sleep. Holliday came in hitting .606 in 9 games with St. Louis. Norris 7 innings, no earned runs, 5 Ks. He would get his first win. Bottom 8, Stroh's up 2-zip. Cards chance to tie it with 1 on. Pujols got struck out. Rodriguez throws to second to get Ryan Ludwig. Pujols 5 for 27, a 190 batting average in St. Boogie's 7-game homestand. Astros win the game 2-0.
This Bud's for you. So a win for the Cubs puts them in first place in the NL Central. Marlins coming off a tough 9-8 loss to the Cubs, looking for the win in the rubber match. Bottom 7, Cody Ross. Ryan Dempster pitched really well, 6 good innings. Aaron Howman comes in, gives up the homer, and the Marlins tie the game 1-1 to the 9th. Top of 9, Jake Fox. His 8th of the year, and the Cubs have a lead, 2-1. So they bring in their closer, Kevin Gregg, former Marlin. 9 blow saves for the Marlins last year, and he had a blown save for the Cubs the night before. The Cubs are up 8-5, bottom 9 on Saturday. That was Ronnie Paulino with the homer. And then Emilio Bonifacio brings in 2, and Gregg blows the save. Now back to Sunday. Oh, my goodness. A 2-1 game, and Dan Ugg, look where this one goes. Holy shnikes, up in the upper deck. And the Marlins tie the game at 2.
Who caught it?
Next batter.
Man dressed as a chair.
Cody Ross, please.
Cody Ross, left field. That one's deep. That one's over. Walk on. Cody Ross. Just like that.
Kevin Gregg. No. Never mind.
Yeah, no.
Marlins win it 3-2, and so the Cubs blow a chance.
At the end, the Yankees, Mark Burley and the White Sox. But head-to-head, 9 games against each other. Sabathia 5-0, Burley 0-5. Sabathia's ERA like half of Burley's. Both pitchers, though, getting help from the deep early. Top 1, no score. Johnny Damon smacks the ball to right. Jermaine Dye hustling, diving, player hating. Burley giving up the love, appreciates it. Bottom 1, though, still scoreless men on second. Dye hits the ball to shallow center. Melky Cabrera tells Jermaine Dye, yo, kid, game recognizes game. Cabrera making it happen with his glove, and Melky would make it happen with his bat as well. Top 2. Booyah! Cabrera, 3-run shot to left. 10th home run of the year. Yankees up 3-0. Bottom 3, tied at 3. Jim Thome. Big Jim getting that swole on. Solo homer to left. His 18th of the year. 559 for his career. Chi Sox up 4-3. Sabathia 7 innings, 5 earned runs. Top 4, same score. You saw Cabrera hit that home run. How about over the head of Dye for the double? Now he's got a homer and a double. Trying to be the 15th time that a Yankee has hit for the cycle. Later in the inning, now tied at 4, Johnny Damon. Liner up the middle. Jose Molina comes in to plate it. Yanks go up 5-4. It's just choking me up. This game is so good. Top 5, same score. 2 men on. Cabrera gets underneath the little rock, and it drops in shallow center for a Blue RBI single. Yankees up 6-4. Cabrera a triple away from the cycle. Top 9, he needs a triple. His teammates told him if he got any kind of hit, go for third even if he got thrown out. That's any kind of hit. Uh-oh. Get on his giddy-up, Melky Cabrera. Trying to be the first Yankee with the cycle since Tony Fernandez back in 1995. He does it. Big Yankee cycle. Big game for Melky Cabrera.
Just trying to keep up to that offensive party. Bottom 7, 2-2 game. Jared Saltalamacchia. Yo, ding-dong. Ding-dong, yo. 2-run homer off the pole. 9th of the year. Rangers lead 4-2. Top of the 9th. Got a couple Wilsons. Jack on the left. CJ on the right. Pitcher to batter, and Wilson swings. Appears to make contact. Saltalamacchia tags Wilson for the final out of the game. Just in case it wasn't contact, Don Wakamatsu, Seattle skipper, comes out to argue that there was. Yeah, you really can't tell there. At least I can't. Umpires don't change the call. Rangers win 4-2.
Giants hosting a team from the city where they love their brothers. Or is that the city of brotherly love?
Both.
Okay, bro. Freddie Sanchez making his Giants debut Sunday. Jason Wood, Blooper, Sanchez. My bad. His first error as a Giant. Phillies up 2-1. 5th inning. Bottom 5, 3-1 Phils. 2-on, 2 out. Sanchez up at the plate. Raking son. Doubles to right center off Cole Hamels. 2-run score. Sanchez, a 2006 NL batting champ, 3-time All-Star, acquired from Pittsburgh, ties the game at 3. Next batter, Pablo Sandoval. Pablo will hit a slow grounder, and Ryan Howard.
Skadoosh.
Sanchez scores. Giants take a 4-3 lead. Bottom 6, 5-3 Giants. Bases loaded. Chan-Ho Park now pitching. The last singles, Edgar Renteria, Randy Wynn played it. Cole Hamels gave up 7 runs and 5+. Giants go on to win 7-3 and take 3 of 4 from the Phils.
All right, Rockies in the wild card mix this year after winning 74 games last year. That's Bronson Arroyo. Tough year this year. ERA 5.10, 5.18 his last 7 starts. Ian Stewart. Yes. Chopper. Oh. Relay. Alex Gonzalez. Oh, boy. A little nonchalance from a great defensive shortstop. That's his 4th error of the year. Rockies up 3-0. Bottom 7. Scary moment here. Jason Marquis facing new red Scott Rowland. Now, Marquis used to hit a lot of batters. Not so much this year. You see his reaction. He can't stand what he just did. He had 16 batters in 06, 13 07. But this is just his 3rd this year, right off the head of Rowland. And you can see, that's cool. I'm all right with you. Former teammates on the Cardinals. So, Rowland can leave the game. Meanwhile, Lance Nix questing for his 9th homer of the year. He gets it. We're tied at 3. We go to extra innings. Nick Masson facing Dexter Fowler. Look at Fowler. Boy, what a talented player he is, over the head of Lance Nix. And the big RBI.
Just up to 110 from our studio. Clayton Kershaw, 5-0 in his last 9 starts from the ERA under 1. Top 4, 1-0 Dodgers. Kershaw facing Bill Hall with the bases loaded. Walks him on 4 pitches. Ryan Braun coming home from 3rd, game tied at 1, bases still loaded. Next batter is Mike Rivera, full count. And Kershaw walks Rivera. Mike Cameron scores. Kershaw, 4+ innings, 3 earned runs. He walked 6 batters, 92 pitches. They got him out of there. Ryan Braun grew up in Mission Hills, just 18 miles from Dodger Stadium.
It's a lot of fun, but always hectic and a little bit overwhelming. So great to be back. But, you know, I'm glad we only come here once a year because it's a little bit crazy. So I have at least 100 people here every day. Just all my friends from high school and guys I grew up playing baseball and football and soccer with. Everybody seems to make their way out here. So it's fun to see everybody.
All right, so top 6, 3-1 Brewers, 2 runners on. Braun facing Jeff Weaver, and with a build-up like that, I mean, you know it was coming. 3-run shot for Braun. Always nice in front of your peeps. Braun's 22nd of the year, 3rd in 7 games. Brewers up 6-2. Here comes the drama. Bottom 9, still 6-2, 2 runners on. James Loney facing Trevor Hoffman. Loney not ready to go yet. Bill Hall did all he could, but he couldn't get there. Into the stands, ground rule, double 2-run score. Dodgers cut it to 6-4. Next batter is Orlando Hudson, 0-2 pitch. Hudson, base hit. Prince Fielder couldn't get there. Loney comes in to score. Dodgers trail 6-5. They're getting crazy at Chavez Ravine. Later in the 9th, Dodgers with the bases loaded. 2 outs, Manny Ramirez, professional hitman against baseball's all-time saves leader. Ramirez, 47 plate appearances without an RBI. His last RBI, the walk-off grand slam against the Reds on July 22nd. But not this time. Hoffman gets him to fly out. Dodgers scored 3 in the 9th, but they needed 4. And the Brewers hang on to win it.
San Diego surf scene includes Swamis. Our Swami knows Jim Mora. Braves in town. They're playoff relevant. 5 games back in the NL wild card.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Just never gets old. Probably to coach it does. Top 7, Braves down a run. Tying run on 3rd, 2 outs. Greg Norton lines it. Look at Will Venable making the catch.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively.
We're going to get the whole thing.
Again, never not funny. Braves down 4-2. Yunel Escobar grounds out. Kevin Kuzminoff, end of game.
That was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away.
Oh, we hopefully didn't offend anybody. Padres win at 4-2. Coach Mora's son coaching up the Seahawks this year.
Diamondbacks lost Brandon Webb for the season, but Dan Herron hadn't lost on the road since April. His team in New York to meet the Mets. Happy birthday, Mark Reynolds. He brought the party with him. Off Nelson Figueroa. Gone. Reynolds 31st of the season. Diamondbacks up 2-0. Top 2nd, 4-0 Arizona. 1 on. Reynolds up again. Another deep fly for his 2nd home run of the game. 4th home run at Citi Field, moving in 1 behind Mets player Gary Sheffield and Fernando Tatis, and tied with David Wright on the all-time list. It's a short all-time though. Diamondbacks up 6-0. Figueroa pulled after recording only 5 outs and 10 hits. Fans glad to see him go. We go to the 5th. David Wright hoping to jump up the Citi Field list with 2 on, but that'll be good for only a single. Angel Pagan beats the throw home. He scores. Mets down 6-4. Next batter is Gary Sheffield, and he could take the Citi Field lead. He could become the all-time home run hitter at Citi Field. But no, that's a 5-4-3 double play, not a home run, and it's still 6-4. Bottom 6, same score. Daniel Murphy. That's going. That's off Herron. Murphy's 7th home run of the year, but he moves on to the Citi Field leaderboard with his 4th at the park. Mets down 6-5 now. Later, bottom 6, same score. Here's Reynolds again. This time in the field. Great diving stop. Throws out Olmir Santos. Top play nominee for Reynolds. Bottom 9, Fernando Tatis pinch hitting. Chance to take the Citi Field outright lead. But no, that's not going to work. Diamondbacks win at 6-5. Herron, 7 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. He's 11-6 on the season now. He's done all of his work on the road. He's won
game lead in the Central. They got Justin Verlander on the bump. He's 7-0 with a .115 ERA at home this season. 4-0, .85 ERA in 5 starts against Baltimore. Not the start you would expect. Brian Roberts' second pitch of the game. It's 1-0. It's now 2-0. Runners on the corners. Ty Wigington. It's now 3-0. Your next batter is Luke Scott. He doubles. Drives in 2 more. Orioles are up 5-0 with 1 out on Justin Verlander. Most runs given up by Verlander in 1 inning all season. He would later say this was one of his favorite starts of his career. You're going to see why. Bottom 5, 2 outs, 1-run game. Miguel Cabrera off the rookie Chris Tillman. His 21st. And this game is tied. We go top 6. Matt Wieters facing Verlander. Deep to left, Marcus Timms. Mother, should I run for president? Grabs it at the wall right there. That's a TPN top play nominee. Top 7, Verlander. He gave up those just 3 hits after that first inning. Nolan Reimold, swinger. Adam Jones, swinger. Nick Markakis, swinger. Verlander, 8 innings, 8 strikeouts. Cleet Thomas, bottom 9.
Driven in the air to center field and hit well. Jones on the run, still going. It's gone! A game winner to dead center for Cleet Thomas.
Now, Danny's biased. Thomas said he'd never hit a walk-off at any level. Said it felt better than he ever dreamed it would. 1-2 fastball. Goodbye. Tigers win 6-5.
You say walk-off?
Yeah.
Got another one coming. Rangers started a 10-game trip Monday with the Angels. Coming up after 4 with the A's, so getting off to a good start was a key. Dustin Nippert gets Eric Patterson swinging. Bottom 5 now, 2 outs. Texas up 1-0. Nippert gets Cliff Pennington looking to win the inning. Nippert, 5 innings work, gave him just 1 hit, no runs, struck out 5. Bottom 6, Texas still up 1-0. Neftali Feliz making his Major League debut. Not J.R. Jurgens, but a cool name. Feliz gets Adam Kennedy swinging. Next batter is Kurt Suzuki. 808, what you got? Oh, that poi may be overrated.
No.
Next batter is Scott Hairston, and Feliz got him 2. Strikes out the side in his debut. How about that? He wasn't done, though. Bottom 7 now. Feliz gets Jack Cust. First pitcher to strike out the first 4 batters to start a career in divisional play era. That goes back to 1962. So we go to the 9th. Oakland down 2-0, 2 on. They had just 2 hits before the 9th. Mark Ellis bringing Cust home. Oakland down 2-1. C.J. Wilson had been great, but Rajay Davis, he had that look in his eye. That's going to be trouble. Nelson Cruz can't play it cleanly in the corner. Bobby Crosby able to score. Mark Ellis coming around. And Ellis is in there, too. Oakland wins at 3-2. Time to bounce by the Bay. Second career walk-off hit for Davis, hitting .455 during his 7-game hit streak.
NL's first 13-game winner. He's got an .094 ERA and 6 July starts. This is August, but it felt like July, or either that or hot August nights. Miguel Tejada, Jeff Blum, and Pudge Rodriguez. They're all chasing fastballs. Are looking at him one way or the other. Top 3 Giants, 1-0, 1 on. Pablo Sandoval up the middle. Mike Hampton. This is a top 10 effort. It's just not a top 10 result. He flipped the ball with his glove, and then he lost the hat and the glove. And
he made the almost sports center.
Yeah, Freddie Sanchez advanced to 3rd, and Sanchez is going to score when the next batter, Benji Molina, flies out in foul territory. Hunter Pence the catch, but he's got no chance to get Sanchez at home. And we're still in the same frame. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 outs, and Hampton is going to get Edgar Renteria. Freeze, please. Hampton is great against the Giants. 15-4 in his career, but here he's in trouble. Bases loaded, 1 out, top 6. Adam raised a cane, and, well, Hampton, he buries a cane there, Matt Cain, and then he gets Eugenio Velez. Hampton, 6 innings, an earned run, 6 Ks. He's fired up, bottom 6. Still 2-1. Cain's got the lead, 1 on. Bartender. Sucking. Kaz Matsui off Kane. Off the foul pole, Kane gives up 2 home runs in this game. Blum got the other one after allowing just 1 in his last 6 starts, and the Astros beat Matt Cain.
Period in their last 6. This is the opener of a 3-game set in Cincinnati. Randy Wells, 7-1 in his last 8 decisions. Aaron Harang, 0-8 in his last 8 decisions. Top second, 2-on-1 out, Mike Fontenot, LSU. 3-run home run, his 9th of the season, matching his career high from last season. It's 3-0 Cubs. Bottom third, same score, Wells doing his thing. Aaron Harang, you can sit down. Bottom 4, Willie Taveras, you can join him. Bottom 5, Johnny Gomes up to take his cuts, and he got him too. Well, 7 1/3, he struck out 5, gave up just 1 earned run. We go to the 9th. That's where it's gotten interesting for the Cubs. Carlos Marmol pitching, not Kevin Gregg. Marmol walks Lance Nix to lead off the inning. Lou Piniella, still cool though. Johnny Gomes struck out. Ryan Hannigan up now. There's a base hit. And Lou's blood pressure starting to rise. He comes out to remind Marmol, we don't need any more of that. Bottom 9, 2-on-1 out for Marmol. Vladimir Ballantyne flies out to Milton Bradley, so 2 away. Cubs fans digging that. Next batter, Alex Gonzalez. Uh-oh. That's going to be trouble. That's good for a double. Lance Nix scores. Reds down 4-2. Piniella. Now he could use a good antacid. Next man up, Taveras. Took Marmol a minute, Neil, but he finally made your favorite team.
Did he make team shut it down?
He did. Reds extend their losing streak to a season-high 7 games. Wells 8-1. On your television right now, they have been rated. They're all awesome. Number 10, Gabe Kapler. Royals and Rays, Billy Butler. Hits it well. Kapler on his horse over the shoulder. And that's number 10.
Yeah, Gabe Kapler is a former Hawaii Winter Leaguer.
Yeah.
So is Randy Wynn and Kaz Matsui. Matsui taking one away from Wynn there. They both played for the Maui Stingrays. Matsui with a homer later in this game. We've got more from this game, but not that homer.
Number 8, Gabe Gross, also from the Royals and Rays. Billy Butler hit it well, but Gross able to make the leap and catches. He crashes into the wall. A whole lot of leaping and crashing into the wall at Tropicana Field.
There was a whole lot of trouble for Justin Verlander, who gave up 5 in the first. Then he got some help from the fellas. Miguel Cabrera, who would homer in this game, backhand stop, and he stops Luke Scott from reaching base.
Number 6, Nationals and Pirates. Ryan Zimmerman's been hitting a whole lot of home runs lately, but he's also making great plays in the field now. Backhand stop throws off balance to start a 5-4-3 double play. Lastings Millage on the back end of that, and he moves well.
Stan, can I say, let's get Miggy with it?
Yes, you can. You just did.
Yeah, but should I?
Doubtful.
Miguel Tejada, bare hand. Freddie Sanchez, out. Houston won. Beat Matt Cain.
By now, if you've been paying attention at all, you know it was Mark Reynolds' birthday on Monday. Diamondbacks and Mets. Reynolds diving stop to get Omir Santos. Reynolds on his knees, but not surrender. Also hit a pair of home runs. Not a bad birthday.
The Nationals Pirates getting a lot of top play love here. Josh Willingham, grounder down the third baseline. Andy LaRoche. He'll get his uniform dirty. That's not even the best defensive play by a Pirate. That means we're going to see more from this one.
And number 2, Orioles and Tigers. Marcus Tim spells his name T-H-A-M-E-S. But when you make plays like this, people learn how to say it. Loses his glove, but holds on to... Can I see that again, please? Thank you. Lost his glove, hung on to the glove and the ball. But that was only number 2. Don't put the glove in your mouth, though.
Nationals Pirates at 1. Ronnie Cedeno. Dive, stop, flips to Delwyn Young. 6-4-3 double play. That was off Josh Bard grounder. The Nationals, though, they get the last laugh. They win the ball game 8-4.